Hey everyone, talking about Crying of Evil by Stéphane Humbert, Lucas 777. The notes in this are pink berries, violet, tuberose, spices, sandalwood, leather, rose, patchouli, amber, olibanum, and musk. So those notes lists kind of make it look like it would be one of those really sort of, I don't want to say stuffy, but sort of the kind of niche fragrance that's just very like austere and sort of potpourri-ish or whatever, but it's not like that at all. At the beginning of the opening, the leather seemed relatively tame, but shortly after that, it gets really intense for a brief period, maybe 15, 20 minutes or so. It's like thick and kind of animalic with a smoky olibanum style edge, so kind of more like incense, not like a fiery smoke or something like that, almost like an oud like type of vibe. There's also sweetness present from the beginning, though, and I think that's part of what I don't really like about that phase is that it's kind of combining this almost candied violet and rose with the kind of animalic leather, and I'm not really into the combination, but it does feel fairly smooth for those notes. As it develops, it becomes more like creamy, amber and sandalwood come into the mix, and there's like a boozy quality to it, and I saw somebody else say this in some of the reviews as well. I don't think there's any boozy notes in it, but it just has that kind of like rum type of boozy accord feel. I like the later phases and the dry down a lot better. The opening for this, I don't dislike the opening, but again, that kind of thick, greasy leather paired with this slight sweetness just doesn't appeal to me really. Later, when the scent becomes more of a balance of like sweet and sort of incense and leather type of vibe, I find it more kind of cohesive and appealing because the sweetness later is more of like the ambery kind and less of violet and rose type. Overall, though, this is very unisex. Even though those florals might sound feminine leaning, I think it's just completely unisex overall. Not my type of scent overall, but it does smell high quality. It smells well blended. This costs $2.30 for a 50 ml. I don't feel that that's worth it because I don't think it's that unique. It kind of reminds me almost if you took like Tuscan leather and made a much less animalic version almost. I mean, this still has a little bit of that side at times, but like if you just like really kind of smoothed that out and watered it down, but not in a way that makes it feel low quality, just like less whoa, like slap in the face like Tuscan leather. So I think if you like the idea of that, this would definitely be worth checking out. I'm not blown away by it, but again, it does smell high quality, well blended. It just doesn't really stand out to me as like, oh my God, that's amazing. But you might think it does. So I will put a link in the description where you can get a bottle or a sample if you want to check it out for yourself.